everybody, welcome back to Scents of South Jersey with me, Kellen, for another fragrance review today. Before we get started, I just want to say if it's your first time here, please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you like what you see or you take anything of value from the content that I create. And also make sure to check out the new Scents of South Jersey Instagram page. There's photos of my collection on the Instagram photos and of course the stories, and you can get news and updates about the channel. But what I got for you guys today is going to be a review of an extremely inexpensive fragrance that has become one of my favorites in my cheapie collection. It is from a house called Cuba, Paris, and it is none other than Cuba Black. So what we'll do, as always, we'll take a look at the container / box presentation and the bottle, and then we'll talk about the fragrance's notes. I'll talk about its performance on my skin, and then I'll give it my overall thoughts and my overall rating. So let's get started. So we'll take a look at the presentation. The Cuba fragrances, they come in a couple sizes. So the one that I have here looks like it is the smaller size. It comes in what looks like a cigar container, and I think that's pretty cool. It says Cuba Black. It's got that like what looks like maybe a conquistador there up at the top of some sort, and you got here Cuba Black, and then all the label and brand information on the side. And it is tinned just like a cigar. I enjoy a cigar once in a while. You can see in there, and here's what the bottle looks like. I gotta thank Ike from Ike Does Stuff. He's the one that actually turned me on about this one. He told me what it was sort of an impression of. There are two fragrances. One I feel like it's more than an impression of. So because of his recommendation, I picked this one up. So you can see it actually looks like a cigar. You can see the kind of pattern to make it look like a tobacco leaf there. There's that logo. It's exactly like a cigar logo. The lid is here. It clicks into place. You can pick it up by there. It's pretty light. And you can see the atomizer there, sort of cheap atomizer. You can see the crib neck, but again, it's a very inexpensive cologne. We'll take a look at the distribution. It was my scent of the day pretty much all week. Not terrible for that. And I've put a significant dent in this bottle. It's right here. I believe it is I think it's like a 35 ml or no, excuse me, a 1.10 ounce. So, just over an ounce of liquid in there too. So pretty cool looking presentation. It's a little unique. It's kind of difficult to store because it doesn't stand up that well, but again, it's small and you can slip it into any type of travel bag. I just kind of stand it up in between my other fragrances. All right, so the notes that are listed for Cuba Black, I couldn't even get a year of when this was created. I didn't see that online when I was researching it, but the notes I have some citruses, some jasmine, bergamot, and woods. But some of the other notes that I get in there that weren't listed, and I'm sure they're in there, or at least maybe a synthetic form, is going to be some lavender and some anise, because it gives it this real soapy smell, and those are pretty prevalent, along with a little bit of the citrus in there, but I definitely get a lavender and an anise scent as well, and I know that is what really reminds me of the fragrance that this is an impression of, in my opinion. So the performance for Cuba Black it's pretty mediocre. It's mediocre at best. I'm getting about 3 to 4 hours out of this scent. It's going to project pretty well for about 40 minutes. Same thing with the Sillage Trail, and then you get some sort of a small scent bubble, maybe 6 inches to a foot for the next hour, and then at that point it's becoming a skin scent, and then it's completely gone. But again, let me remind you, it's $7. So this is an extremely inexpensive scent, so it's easy to carry around. You can reapply, and that's what I've done with it, hence why I've gone through so much of it. And that is a performance on my skin, and that's at heavy application. That's at like maybe 8 to 10 sprays, maybe more. Spraying it on your clothes is definitely going to push the performance. They have a gift set of many of their fragrances. I actually was looking for the gift set for this one. Of course, I would have bought it because it has an aftershave, it has a body wash, it has a travel size, and then they have a bigger, larger cigar-shaped bottle, which is actually easier to store, and that's 100 ml. But all I have is this one so far. I have the body spray and aftershave on the way because I couldn't find the gift set, so I had to kind of piecemeal it together. But it's so inexpensive, I said, what the hell. But the performance on these are not that great. But again, they're so inexpensive, you really can't fault it for that. Okay, so let's talk about the scent. I absolutely love this fragrance scent. It smells so good to me. It's so clean. It's so soapy. It's very masculine. And I actually had a hard time personally with Azzaro Pour Homme. And Azzaro Pour Homme is what this is, I think, a clone of or an impression of. It's their take on it. Azzaro Pour Homme has a very strong, very harsh anise opening, and I purchased that a couple years back, and I actually returned it. I didn't like it. I couldn't get into it. I probably would like it more now, maybe as my tastes have evolved, as I've especially started this channel and have grown my interest in classic men's fragrances. But I remember that one being a little bit difficult, and I think that this is a smoother, lighter approach to Azzaro Pour Homme. It doesn't have the musk in it. Azzaro Pour Homme also has a strong musk in the base notes, or maybe the middle of the fragrance. Not sure, I don't have that one, but this one, again, it just really has a nice opening. You get the citrus right away and a little bit of the jasmine in there, but the anise and the lavender make it just an extremely soapy scent. And it's so nice, and I think it's very light. And again, it's like a toned down version of Azzaro Pour Homme, and I think that's what attracted me to the scent. And I've been wearing it a lot. As far as when and where to wear this one, it's extremely versatile. I think it can be worn all year round. It's probably best in the cooler months because if it can come off slightly heavy, but it's not a beast mode. So I'm wearing it in the summer. I'm wearing it in the dead heat right now in Jersey. It's like the mid 80s to 90, and I don't think that this is going to be choking anybody out because its performance projection is not that strong, which makes it perfect for the office. It makes it perfect for a casual setting. I think it smells masculine enough that you can dress it up. You could also wear it, like as formal. So which is what's really nice about this, and the fact that it hits on that price point. The only place it falls short is going to be in its performance, but again, it's $7. I'm not going to fault a fragrance that's under $10. I'll even say under $8 on its performance because the smell is really where it's going to score high for me. I really enjoy it, and it's definitely captured that old school, soapy, slightly musky barbershop scent, but it doesn't have the strong note of musk in it, but it really does capture that barbershop vibe, which I really like, and that's what I think this is a fougere. It wasn't listed as any sort of rating, but that's what it reminds me of. The scent itself is just that really clean, soapy barbershop, and I really enjoy it a lot. So you can't go wrong with this one if you haven't heard about it. All right, it's time for my overall ratings for Cuba Black. So as far as presentation goes, it's cool, it's a little unique, but it's also a little tacky. It's a little bit hard to store. You kind of have to lay them on their side because at the slightest nudge, they're gonna fall over. And these roll like that. I don't like that they roll like that. I do like cigars, so it's sort of cool. So I'm gonna ding it a couple points for that. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 for presentation. As far as the performance goes, it's not very good at all. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10. I'm getting 3 to 4 hours. Again, it's very inexpensive, but the performance is bad if I'm gonna rate it just solely on performance. The scent though is where it really scores high for me. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I really like the scent. It smells so barbershop, so fresh, so clean, very masculine, and it's very inexpensive. So the cheap price and the scent quality to me is where it scores high. It scores a 9 out of 10, but it doesn't perform that well. So overall, I'm going to give this one a 6.5 out of 10 for an overall rating. That may seem sort of low, but at the same time, this one really smells great, and you don't worry about the performance because it's $7, and you can go through these, and I'm actually excited. I probably will finish a bottle. I haven't finished a bottle in a long time, so that itself is, of course, sort of exciting for me. So definitely check this one out. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Cuba line. I have another Cuba fragrance. I haven't tried it yet. I just got it in, but this one, as soon as I heard the description, so thank you again, Ike, for letting me know that. Ike does stuff. It's the YouTube channel. Check it out. He's got a lot of kind of cheap fragrances that he reviews. Most of them are classics. It's pretty cool. He's done a bunch of Cubas, and that's really where I first learned about these things. So let me know what your thoughts are on Cuba Black or any of the other in the fragrance line. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to check out the Instagram page and like, comment, and subscribe if you have not. I will talk to you all very soon. Take care.